for the CWI under 19 Boys Rising Star match between the Windward Islands and Jamaica. We have the Windward Islands captain here, the George match referee Edwards, and Dinah Bard, the Jamaican captain, and Felix O'Keefe, our third umpire. So Kayla has the fine, she will toss, and Jamaica.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
It's
a head.
Blue bat.
So Jamaica has won the toss and elected to bat first. It's a little bit overcast. Batting first?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what we want to do today, so we can bat first.
So you're going to put a good score on the board, hopefully?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
And Taylor, a win in your last game, and that would have been a boost in the confidence of the players. Tell us about your approach to the game today.
Well, we're bowling first. We look to bowl them out at the goal total, bowl them out early, and I trust that my batters will come and chase them.
All right, all the best. Sir.
Thank you.
So there you have it, Jamaica winning the toss, and they'll bat first here at the Coolest Cricket Ground in Antigua. So welcome to the Coolest Cricket Ground on another sunny day in Antigua. We're just next door to the VC Bird International Airport, and as you can see, the two umpires are making their way onto the field of play. And just greeting Peter Nero, who is doing some official duties off the field of play. But it's the CWI Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship game. It's between Jamaica, who and I'm Colin James, who will be bringing you live ball-by-ball coverage of today's encounter. The umpires are just taking a cursory look at the pitch. Looks to be in pretty good condition, and as you heard from both captains after the toss, both would have chosen to bat first. It was a little bit overcast when the toss was being made, and it was kind of interesting to find out from the so it seemed to be a pre-planned decision, as she indicated, for them to bat first in this encounter. Both teams are coming off contrasting results in their latest round of matches. The Windward Islands nailing a victory against Guyana in their game here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, and Jamaica going down the Norway to Barbados in their game over at Liberta. So all to play for, as they would say. And then we have a prelude to Saturday's final this afternoon starting at 2 p.m. It will be between the defending champions Barbados and the outright leaders Trinidad and Tobago. Whoever wins that game this afternoon certainly will go into the final tomorrow with some level of bragging rights and maybe confidence. So, as would be expected from the Jamaica team, they have left out of their team Gabrielle Horton, Samira Lewis, and Samira Smelly. And it's Brianna Plummer, Navia Wibley, Shashane Ricketts, Tonian Trusty, Ashanti Guthrie, Adina Barr, the captain, Daveja Brown, Samara Hall, Tiandra Morgan, Zariah Blair, and Nicola Green, the Jamaican team. And for the Windward Islands, Michaela Adams, Amy Antoine, Kayla George, the captain, Emerson Madison, Joseph, Kyla Jeffrey, Avinel Leo, Morgan will face the first delivery. And right away she gets bat onto ball. And she will feel good about that. First ball up, getting it on the bat. Jamaica had an Wednesday, but she's back in the team. I suspect she might have been in Wednesday's game. White signaled by umpire Melissa Laurie. As Tyrrell will try again for her team. She bowled well on Wednesday afternoon or more into the evening, but the delivery was just giving the batter in Tianja Morgan just enough room to play it into the vacant third man position for 4 good looking ones to take the Jamaican total off the mark. Well, there was a wide before, so now the first runs of the bat, it's 5 without loss. On the back of her jersey. This one is a little bit short, angling down the onside, but Morgan can take full advantage of that one. And the score remains on 5 without loss. We're in the first over of the power play, the first 6 overs of the power play. This is the 4th delivery. So they have now the Windwards put in the short third man point cover mid off, and here's a good shot again from Morgan, just opening the face of the bat or hitting it with the face of the bat, getting on top of it and getting 2 good looking runs. So she should be growing in confidence with those 2 scoring shots. One for boundary down to third man, and this one for the covers for 2. She goes to 6, 7 without loss. As Tyrrell continues. The shout for leg before that was clearly, from the moment the ball left her hand, was angling down leg side. Would be selected after this tournament for high-level training, looking ahead towards the ICC Under-19 Women's World Cup in Bangladesh in February next year. So that brings up the end of the over. Good delivery, beating the batter just wide of off stump, and Morgan unable to get back onto it and ending the over. So Jamaica 7 without loss after the first over. Another bad over there from Tyrrell for the Windward Islands. But Jamaica will feel pleased that they were able to get 7 runs without losing the wickets. Another of the key bowlers for the Windward Islands bowling the second over is going to be the off spinner Gita Small, and she too, in my book, should be penciled in for that squad of 20. So she has the distinctive number 10 on the back of her jersey, and she has been among the wickets so far in this tournament. This is the last one of preliminary matches starting today. Small flighted delivery. She's asking the umpire, how is that? No, says the umpire. Just a slight adjustment to the Windward field. The long leg or fine leg is coming up to a short fine leg. Sorry, long on, not fine leg. What am I saying? The long on brought into a shortish long on. So they just two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. A short long on and a wide mid wicket on the boundary. Small again. This one is wide and will be signaled so. That's umpire Tate. Small tries again. Again, wide of the off stump and the outstretched arms of umpire Tate, indicating that's another wide. The sun is out in all its glory. Going down the onside and signal wide again by the umpire, so 3 consecutive wides. So Small yet to find her radar. She pitched 2 of them just on about off stump. This one, she's bolder. Or is it like before? The umpire is signaling that it's a leg before decision. Up goes the index finger of umpire Tate. And struck on the back foot. And Jamaica has lost their first wicket. They are 10 for 1 in the second over. And almost instantaneously, the Windward trump card bowler in Gator Small has struck for her, the Windward Islands, as the opener for Jamaica. Samara Hall goes back to the pavilion without troubling the scores. So that would be a good wicket for the Windward Islands. No doubt that will give their confidence the world of good. The new batter for the Jamaican team comes to the strike and she gets her first delivery, playing it down the onside. So we're into the second over of this CWI Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship match here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground between the Windward Islands and Jamaica. Jamaica winning the toss and batting first. Delivery wide of off stump, signal wide by umpire Kareem Tate. Jamaica 11 for 1. Small tries again. Has already taken a wicket in this over. And this is played with us angled back into the offside, a single. Takes the score up to 12. Another delivery in the over. This is Morgan driving with some confidence, but straight to the wide-ish mid-off fielder. That brings up the end of the second over. Jamaica 12 for 1 after 2. So Tony and Trusty came in at the fall of the wicket of the opening batter. Hall. And Tyrrell will continue the attack from the airport road end. That's on the northern swapping of fielders by the Windward Islands captain Kayla George, and also she's again exchanging one player who was at the point region to backward square, and now she's asking the backward square fielder to go in front of square, and the straightest mid wicket fielder has also been placed in that position. Now she's out caught. Is she? Yes. Given out by umpire Melissa Laurie, and it was a good delivery there from caught by wicketkeeper Kayla George of the bowling of Tyrrell, and Jamaica losing their second wicket. They are 12 for 2. And just as I was maybe indicating to the Jamaican captain to win the toss and bat first in conditions which were a bit overcast at the time of the toss, might have been handing the advantage to the Windward Islands, but it's still early days yet, because Captain Baugh is coming to the crease, and she would want to make sure that she defends or backs up her decision to bat first. It's still bright sunshine here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, but there's some darkish clouds. On the eastern side, hovering over the grounds, and with a stiff breeze blowing from east to west. There could be some away movement, some natural swing once the ball is pitched up by the bowlers, as we would have seen from the evidence of the 2 wickets that would have gone down for the Jamaicans, one leg before and one caught behind by the wicketkeeper. Tyrrell to Baugh, the Jamaican captain. She's going to face her first delivery. That one wide, one very wide of off stump, and it will now signal wide by umpire Laurie. Takes a score by 1 to 13. Jamaica 13 for 2. So the first wicket to go was Tony and Trusty leg before to Gator Small for no score, and Tianda Morgan, who I was indicating was the first wicket, actually was just out of 2 deliveries ago, caught behind off the bowling of Tyrrell. This one down the onside and will be signaled wide. So Jamaica have some work to do. This one is hit back down the ground in the air, but safely by Morgan. She gets a single. Brings Captain Baugh the niece of Carlton Ball, the assistant Jamaican coach and former West Indies wicketkeeper batter, or batsman as we would say back in the day. That was a good delivery from Tyrrell, beating the forward prod of Ball. A third man, a point, cover, mid off, mid on, straightish mid wicket, a square leg, mid wicket on the boundary, and a short third man inside the 30-yard circle. Tyrrell misses her run and she will start again. No doubt she wasn't pleased with her run up to the stumps. She remarks her run up. Maybe she's searching for an extra yard of pace. And she, tall, athletically built, fast bowler. And this is played nicely by Barr. She immediately went off for the single. Could have been an element for a run out, but probably the misfield or the stumble in the field by the Windward Islands fielder, negating that chance of a possible run out. So she fumbled it and just couldn't get the return to the wicketkeeper in time. Down the onside again by Hall, and she's showing her frustration by transgressing. She has delivered 3 wides already in this over. It's only the third of 20. The Windward's on top. Jamaica 18 for 2 after winning the toss and electing to bat first. And there goes the third wicket. That one was dead on target. And Morgan, inadvisably, going for a drive for delivery at 12 pitch and just moving slightly away from her. Eighteen for 3. As we see this disconsolate figure of Morgan, Tiandra Morgan, going back to the pavilion, and she is going to be replaced by Shashane Ricketts. Not a good start at all by the Jamaicans. Although they would have had 18 runs on the board, they have lost their third wicket, and it's going to take a good effort from this pair in Ricketts, who's going to face a delivery from Morgan, who has just taken a second wicket in her second over. But she would have been guilty of delivering some wides. Three wides she would have bowled. Her first delivery was a wicket, and now she comes in for the final delivery of her second over. This one not too far from the off stump, but wide enough to be left alone by the new Jamaican batter in Ricketts, going through the wicketkeeper George. After 3, Jamaica 18 for 3. who took a wicket in her first over, comes in for the fourth to the Jamaican captain Bar, and she's looking to play it around the corner and maybe exploring the possibility of a single, but quite rightly sent back. So Jada Tyrrell getting the wicket of Tiandra Morgan of the, and this delivery ball is driving. Samara Hall going for 1. Morgan for 7. Trusty the first wicket to go. Leg before for no score. Followed by Hall caught at the wicket for 1 of the bowling of Tyrrell. The first wicket was taken by Small. And then Tiandra Morgan bowled by Jada Tyrrell. So the wicket's going down for the Jamaicans. Single into the onside brings the new batter in Sashane Ricketts to face Small for the first time this morning. Flighted delivery. Oh, poor bit of fielding both by the border Small and the fielder at mid-off. The Windward Islands fielder at mid-off. Amy Antoine. It was a no ball as well. So they got 2 from the bat and 1 from the no ball. Single to ball. The flashing blade of Ricketts not connecting. That brings up the end of the over and the end of it. Jamaica after 4, 24 for 3. Tyrrell is going to continue. Just having a look at her field. She's asking the mid-wicket on the boundary to come a little bit squarer. Well, let's wait to see what she's going to do. So it's a short, straightish, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, straightish mid-wicket, mid-wicket on the boundary, and a short, fine leg. And this delivery is bringing Bar forward, keeping low. Almost York Len delivery there from Tyrrell. So Tyrrell has so far taken 2 for 13 in the first 2 overs. This is the third, small 1 for 11 from 2. They are the 2 key bowlers for the Windward Islands in this on the 19 regional championship match against Jamaica. And I can't help but continue to give CWI Cricket West Indies the praises for introducing or continuing with this tournament. It's always important, in my view, to see the exposure of players in the age group. This is on the 19. I would love to see on the 15 and on the 13s as well, but that might be for the future. Good delivery there from Tyrrell, and also well kept down by the Jamaican batter in Sashane Ricketts and getting it through between the wicketkeeper and third man for 4 runs. 4 welcome runs for the Jamaican total. They go up to 29 for 3. 10 extra so far. 9 wides, 1 no ball. And Ricketts off the mark on 5. Bar is on 6. Well, she can be off the mark on 5. She was on 1, and that boundary takes her up to 5. Tyrrell moves in from the far end. This one down the onside. There's an appeal, and here's a chance of a run out. This is certainly poor backing up by Bar, and she's run out. This is such an unfortunate dismissal. Ricketts played the ball, or the ball hitting her pad, went out to the onside. Ball was a long way, almost midway down the track. By the time the fielder had gathered the ball in that, just off the square, I believe Ball can only blame herself in the circumstances, and the fielder picking up in just in that position of the wicket, throwing it to the bowler in Tyrrell, and she broke the stump. The Windward Islands are happy. The Jamaican captain is bitterly disappointed, but she only has herself to blame. Shane Ricketts going down and giving us some consoling words, but that won't retrieve the situation for Jamaica. Bar is walking very disappointedly back to the pavilion, and frustratingly, I would want to add, the 4th wicket goes down by the run-out rule. Jamaica 29 for 4. So it's still Ricketts to face Tyrrell, and she's driving. And that's a good shot through the offside. Might go into the ropes of 4. Good fielding as well there by the Windward Islands fielder, who chased it all the way, maybe 30, 40 yards to the boundary, and saving her team a run. But good shot by Ricketts, and good counter-attacking punch there from Ricketts after the run out of her captain Bar in the previous delivery. 3 runs for her. She moves up to 8, and the score 32 for 4 brings the new batter into strike in Ashanti Guthrie. One going down the onside, signal wide by umpire Laurie. Wide of off, well, just a little shade wide of off stump, not wide enough to be called a wide. Have to be very careful how I describe these deliveries wide of off stump. That one was certainly The ball going over her head, and a single to Ricketts brings Ashanti Guthrie into strike. And as you would have heard through the commentary all through the tournament, once the ball is struck in the air, it presents a little bit of a challenge for the fielders, not only the Windward Islands fielders, but the players on all the teams, maybe with the exception to some extent of the Trinidadians, who seems to be a very well-drilled unit, both in terms of their fielding, ground fielding, their catching, their batting, their bowling. This one is it high in the air over the 30-yard circle, over extra cover for 4 welcome, good-looking runs for the Jamaican total. Guthrie reaching for that one. It was pitched up, flighted delivery, and she got it on the half volley, hitting it high over extra cover for 4 runs. So Guthrie would feel good about that shot and the fact that she got 4 runs. Jamaica 38 for 4. They will need 15 overs or 14 after this one. Here's a chance for a possible run out, but the wicketkeeper, Kayla George, was not quick enough. Leg by signal by umpire Tate. Small to Ricketts. And Ricketts is dabbing this one in the offside. And again, they're backing up by the Jamaican batters. Not only Captain Barr, who was run out, but as we saw on that occasion by Guthrie. It needs to be tempered. A little bit too anxious to get the single. Well, this one is well judged and well run. So that was much better cricket by the Jamaicans. Single to Ricketts. Brings up the end of the 6th over. Jamaica 40 for 4. So we came to the end of the power play at the end of the 6th over. So the Windward Islands captain, Kayla George, will have the luxury now of putting more fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Small goes off the field to receive some treatment in the dressing room from the physio. Maybe something to do with her fingers. The substitute fielder in Amazon Berridge comes on. Sorry, not. Yes, Berridge is the substitute fielder. On down the onside beating, keeping low and beating wicketkeeper Kayla George into the boundary for 4. That was the first over from after bowling, first ball of a bowling change. Tyson not getting that one on 4. Wide signal by the umpire. Devona Tyson. She was very containing on Wednesday against the guy in the team. Tyson on target with this delivery and a good shot. It will run close to the ropes and just overhaul before it got to the boundary by Antwine. 2 runs to Guthrie. Sorry, Ricketts. hitting the onside, not fielded keenly, and the batters were able to come for a second run. So not a bad over so far for the Jamaicans in the context of this game. 4 wides, 4 runs off the bat. This one is hit in the air, but very short of the wideish mid-off fielder. Single takes the score up to 47. As Godfrey comes into strike. Takes a guard. Looks to be a leg stump guard. Refreshments for the Jamaican players. Is it refreshments or yes, we can see a bottle of water being utilized by the Jamaican batter Ricketts. One for 17. So her captain is electing to bowl her through. Can she do the job that her captain is expecting of her? This flight in the air, the ball going over the head of the fielder. She didn't really judge it properly, and good bit of fielding with her boot by the Windward Islands fielder. That was Michaela Adams showing her footballing skills and just getting to the ball using a right booter to stop it before it went into the ropes. So nonetheless, 2 runs to Ricketts. Small continues another flat delivery down the onside, and this is swept away and swept away nicely. It will go close to the ropes. Can she stop it? Yes, she did. That's Tyson saving her team a run there, running back to the boundary and using her left foot to stop it. The scorers on the far side, the manual scorers, are saying it's a boundary. Tyson is saying no, it's not. And umpire Kareem Tate is asking for some advice from the fielder. And he's having probably a quiet word with the Windward Islands fielder, Tyson, in terms of for her to indicate to him whether or not the ball had hit the rope before she would have stopped it. After she stopped it, it rolled onto the rope. This one is a full toss and pulled away, but the mid-wicket fielder will come around to her right and fields, sends a return in. Jamaica into the 50s. 50 for 4. This one is hit down the ground in the air away from any fielder for 4. So this is not a good over for the Windward Islands. A very productive one for Jamaica. Small over pitching on at least 3 occasions and dealt with by the bat of Guthrie. So one more ball in the over. And Guthrie settles. Small with what should be the final delivery of her 4th over, and not a full pitch delivery. And Guthrie almost turning it into a full toss. Didn't get connection, going past her bat and the wicketkeeper for 2 byes, signaled up by umpire Tate. Don't know if Small is tiring a bit in this her last over. Certainly not pitching in the right places that you would want to. Over pitching for most part in this over. This is a flatter delivery and hit back down the ground to the mid-off fielder. Adams fields the end of the over, and at the end of it, Jamaica batting first after winning the toss, 59 for 4. So Tyson will continue the attack. As you see from our graphics, it's 50 for 4, not 59, as I would have erroneously said at the end of the previous over. But Tyson to Ricketts. Ricketts is defending. Tyson thought she had a case for leg before decision. The scores are revised the score to say it's 49. We're in the 8th over. Some changes in the field for the Windward Islands. Small is moving from third man to mid wicket. Tyson to Ricketts. Guthrie, beg your pardon, is the batter. So Jamaica not yet 50. 49 for 4. Now they'll get to 50. This one is driven into the offside and overthrow. That throw was high over the head of the wicketkeeper. Well, we seems to be having some issues with our graphics. Now the scores are telling us it's 64 for 3 at the end of the 8th over. And from my reckoning, we're still in over number 8. But Tyson will continue. Good looking shot there from Ricketts. So Jamaica really needs a partnership, and Ricketts and Guthrie seem to be getting to the measure of things after the unfortunate run out of captain Adina Barr. Good shot there from Guthrie, and immediately scampering through for a quick single. Just bit quietly into the point region. Tyson to Ricketts, and she's hitting this one in the air. She's out caught. This time, the catch was well judged and held by the fielder. And Kayla Jeffrey judging that one well. Jamaica losing their 5th wicket. Just as I was saying that the partnership between Ricketts and Guthrie was coming to the measure of the situation, there was Ricketts hitting that one in the air and caught at mid-on by Jeffrey. Jamaica declining to 63 for 5. So half the Jamaican innings is back into the pavilion, and we're not yet even halfway through the 20 overs of this game. The wicket of Ricketts going in the last ball of the 9th over. As we see now, Amy Antoine into the attack, and straight away she should have had a wicket. Well, what can we say? There was Kayla Jeffrey, who took a catch of the previous ball in a similar position on the other side of the pitch, and first ball up by Antoine, hit in the air by Guthrie, and Kayla Jeffrey had it under control for a good while and then spilling the catch. Is this good running by the Jamaican batters? Well, it turned out to be so. Had that one hit the stumps directly from the throw, I don't think the new Jamaican batter in the color green, would have made a ground. The Jamaican running between the wicket has sometimes been good, and another occasion has been ordinary. They have already suffered one run out. Good delivery there from Antoine, floating that one up and middle and off. She will continue. Down the track, and she's bowled. And how happy is Antoine, because she should have had the wicket of the Jamaican batter Green previously, and this time Guthrie, for whatever reason, coming down the track and beaten in the flight and bowled by Ami Antoine. The 6th wicket for Jamaica goes down, and straight away the Jamaican coach, Shane Brooks, is onto the field because it's going to be the refreshment break, and he certainly is not a happy camper, and he's going to have some words with Guthrie for that ill-advised trip down the pitch, but he's also giving a consoling nod on the helmet to say next time, judge the flight of the delivery. You don't have to always go after the flight of deliveries. You can respect them. So at the end of, well, it's not the end of the 10th over, but because the wicket fell in the 10th over, we're going to have a refreshment break. Jamaica just losing their 6th wicket, the wicket of the batter Guthrie, bowled by Ami Antoine. The new batter for Jamaica will be Brianna Marcelin. Sorry, the new batter for Jamaica will be Brianna Plummer. So I had the Brianna right. It's just a surname I had wrongly. So it's Brianna Plummer, not Brianna Marcelin, who will come to the crease at the end of the short refreshment break. So we'll resume after the refreshment break. Antoine will continue her over because she had taken the wicket previously of Ashanti Guthrie for 14. Jamaica's 70 for 6. And I was saying Jamaica 70 for 6, 70 runs on the board already. And we're still in the 10th over, so they're scoring at least 7 runs and over, and that's not a bad effort at all The only negative for the Jamaica is that they've lost 6 wickets. And my reckoning is that if they're able to get another 20, 30 runs, it should be enough for the bowlers to peg back the Windward Islands batters. But let's play the cricket, as someone would say. Don't let's predict it. Let's play the cricket. It's being played out in the middle. Still all to play for. So that brings up the end of over number 10. Jamaica remains on 70 for 6. So Avenel Leo is replacing Devona Tyson from the far end, the northern end of the ground here, or the airport road end. Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua. CWI Rising Star Women on the 19th championship match between Jamaica, who won the toss and elected to bat first against the Windward Islands, the Jamaicans, in a spot of border 70 for 6. But anything over 80 is always going to be a challenging total for the team batting second, as we have seen in this tournament. This one from Leo, the first delivery of her off spinners, and by signal by umpire Laurie, take the score up to 71. The Windwards have to be careful. They have taken 6 wickets, but Jamaica has 71 runs on the board, and that's not a bad strike rate. If they're able to bat the 20 overs Jamaica and still maintain a strike rate of 7 runs and over, that will be 140 runs. And in any T20 game, 7 runs and over is always a good total on the board. 140 is the projected score. So, although the Windwards would be pleased that they have taken 6 wickets, the Jamaicans have been scoring at a fair clip, and the Windwards have been guilty of some extras as well. So far, 18 extras, 10 wides, 6 byes, 1 leg by, and 1 no ball. They really have to tighten up in the wides column. They don't want to concede anymore, or they wouldn't want to concede anymore. So it's Nicoya Green who is on 1, and the left-hander Green. And for this delivery, she's looking to put it around the corner. Brianna Plummer, the left-hander, not Green, Plummer, the new batter. So far, 1 by, 1 wide in this over, being bowled by Avenel Leo. Just a stoppage in play momentarily. Umpire Tate is indicating to the Windward Islands fielder that a player, one player too many was outside of the circle, so it's a no ball. The previous delivery would have been a no ball, so this is a free hit. And this one is wide of off stump, very wide to be called a wide. So the Windies are having their issues in the field. That's a free hit. The free hit is still on the cards. Leo to Plummer. And Plummer is trying to get back onto a delivery that was just about knee height. She didn't. Went past the wicketkeeper and they scampered through a quick single, but Plummer was not really ready for that single. So both teams are having the issues in the field. The Jamaicans not timing the run, the singles as well as they would want to. And the Windward Islands bowling too many extra deliveries and conceding too many extras. And also transgression by having at times, at least on 2 occasions so far in this innings, a player too many outside of the 30-yard circle. Something that they coach and would have to really speak to the players about, meaning the Windwards. This is a better line delivery by Leo. She has delivered 6 balls so far. 3 have been extras, 1 by 1 wide and a no ball because a player was outside of an extra player was outside of the 30-yard circle. And now this is her 3rd dot delivery. 1 run off the bat. Jamaica 74 for 6. We're over in over number 11. 1 to go. Green and Plummer will really want to bat to the end of the 20 overs for Jamaica. But Leo and her Windward Islands teammate will have other ideas. If Green had allowed that one to just pitch and go through the wicketkeeper, it would have been signal wide and they would have had an extra delivery. She went for it thinking that maybe she could dispatch it to the boundary. She didn't succeed in doing so and just getting a single and brings up the end of over number 11, Jamaica 75 for 6. So Amy Antoine will bowl a second over, a chance for a catch, and she's given out by the umpire. Nicoya Green trying to sweep down the onside, and the ball may be taking a leading edge, going in the opposite direction, and wicketkeeper Kayla Hart showing her agility and good judgment, moving from left to right. Initially, she was going left, and then she had to check and go right, and the ball was in the air sufficiently long enough for her to reel in that catch one-handed. So Jamaica losing their 7th wicket. Nicoya Green caught by wicketkeeper Kayla Hodge of George. Kayla George of the bowling of Amy Antoine. And Antoine has taken her 2nd wicket, 2 wickets or 2 runs, and this is only her 2nd over. The new batter is Aria Blair, and this first delivery she's showing her attacking intent. She has shown that she likes to get after the bowling in the innings we have seen of her in this tournament. As I said, this is the 5th and final round of matches. The final round comes up tomorrow. We'll tell you a little bit about that. And this one is pulled away by Blair. She will get at least 1. They're coming for the 2nd. They should have it safely because the throw from the deep mid-wicket boundary is not going to create any problems for her to make a crease. 2 good-looking runs to Blair to get off the mark. That's Antoine. And Blair playing sensibly. She was already across her stumps to try to maybe hit onto the onside, but she realized that the delivery was much slower than she had initially anticipated and just playing defensively. This one, she's going again for an attacking shot. This one pitched just outside of off stump. Stumps broken by Kayla George, the wicketkeeper and captain of the Windward Islands. Blair has to temper her natural aggression for the sake of her team in the circumstances. Her team has lost 7 wickets. I think her teammate Brianna Plummer is indicating to her, look, we have just faced 11.5 overs. Let's see if we can bat for another 3 or 4 overs before we go ultra aggressive. If we can get another 20, 30 runs on the board, this could give our bowlers a chance to win this match. Down, she's going across the line and being struck on the back foot and out plumb leg before wicket. Just as I was trying to admonish her to play straight and temper her natural aggression, there was again Zariah Blair going for the attacking shot, hitting across the line, missing it, and being struck plumb in front of the wicket on the back foot. Jamaica 8 wicket goes down. Blair going back for 2. Antoine with her 3rd wicket. In just the completion of her 2nd over, she has 3 for 4. Jamaica 77 for 8. In Navia Webley, she won't strike. She's off strike. It's still Brianna Plummer facing a new over from Avanel Leo. Plummer, the left-hander. Navia Webley, the non-striker. I think we have seen some good and at times not so good cricket by the players of both teams. But as we would have been saying in our commentaries all week, I think we can expect this up and down situation from the players, because it might be the first time most of these players are exposed to a competition of this nature, because there are not too many age group competitions for women in their respective territories, maybe with the exception of Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, maybe to some extent Jamaica and Guyana as well, but certainly maybe not the Windwards and the Leewards. But nevertheless, the enthusiasm, the determination shown by these players should be commended. And there's obviously some natural talent out there that needs to be harnessed. And one can only look forward to the future of this under-19s women's tournament by Cricket West Indies. Leo delivering one down the onside, wide signal. Jamaica 78 for 2, over number 13 being bowled. Floated delivery and bouncing over the stumps and away from the wicketkeeper. Well, here's a chance of a run out. There's not good thinking on the part of the Windward Islands fielders. They were not anticipating that the Jamaican batters were going for a single. Webley and Plummer. Webley calling through Plummer, and by the time the fielder had recovered the ball from after it had gone past the wicketkeeper, Morgan Octave, the chance for runners had gone a begging. But no doubt on this occasion that the wicket has been taken. Plummer just stay with that one around the corner to backward of square, and the catch taken gleefully by Amy Antoine Avenel Leo has taken her first wicket. Brianna Plummer caught by Amy Antwine of the bowling of Leo for 2, and Jamaica declining to 81 for 8 or 80 for 8. Not a good effort there on the part of Plummer as she walks disconsolatingly back to the pavilion. Jamaica 80 for 8. So Webley, who was at the non-strike end but cross after the previous ball was played in there, but the catch taken, faces the bowling of Leo, or is it the new batter in the Vija Brown? Brown is at the strikers end. Webley is at the non-strikers end, so they didn't cross. The Vija Brown, the opening bowler for Jamaica, facing Leo, and that one is wide of off stump, signal wide. Brown, the opening bowler for the Jamaican team. I wonder if she's thinking that her team has enough runs on the board already when they get the chance to bowl at the Windward Islands batters. Leo floats this one up and driven back to the bowler by Brown. That brings up the end of over number 13. Jamaica 81 for 9. So the action continues. Amy Antwine, who took a catch in the previous over, now with the ball in the hand, can she wrap up the Jamaican innings? 81 for 9. Scoring rate has come down from 7 to 6. That one was in the slot according to umpire Kareem Tate, so no need for him to make a signal. Jamaica women on the 19s winning the toss and opting to bat first. Has a decent score on the board, but they've lost too many wickets. This one, she's going to cross the line through to the wicket keeper. Lucky escape for Webley. Antwine with 3 wickets for 4 runs. This is a third over. Floats that one up and she's bowled. Good thinking on the part of Antwine there. Floating that one up on middle and leg and bowling the heaver Webley for 1. That brings up the end of the Jamaican innings. 81 all out. The Windward Islands will have 82 to win their second match on the trot. A good effort by the Windward Islands in the field. But have Jamaicans made enough runs? We give you a rundown of the scorecard. Tiandra Morgan bowled Jada Tilda for 7. Tony and Trusty, leg before wicket, Jada Small for no score. Samara Hall caught George Bowl, Tyrrell for 1. Adina Bar, the Jamaican captain, run out by Emma Madison Joseph for 6. Sashane Ricketts caught Jeffrey Bowl, Devona Tyson for 23. Ashanti Guthrie Bowl Amy Antoine for 14. Nicoya Green caught by the wicketkeeper Kayla George off the bowling of Antoine for 2. Brianna Plummer caught again by Antoine off the bowling of Avenel Leo for 2. Zariah Blair leg before wicket to Antoine for 2. Navia Webley bowled by Antoine for 1. Devasia Brown not out, no score. Extras 24, 7 byes, 1 leg by. Whites 14, no balls 2. And Jamaica being bowled out of 13.3 overs for 82 in 67 minutes. 1 for 10 Trusty, 2 for 12 Hall, 3 for 18 Morgan, 4 for 29 Barr, 5 for 68 Ricketts, 6 for 70 Godfrey, 7 for 76 Green, 8 for 78 Blair, 9 for 81 Plummer, and the last wicket of Webley going at 82. The bowling for the Windward Islands, Jada Tyrrell, 3 overs, no maiden, 22 runs, 2 wickets, an economy rate of 7.33, 5 wides. Gator Small, 4 overs, no maiden, 29 runs, 1 wicket, economy rate 7.25, 1 no ball, 4 wides. Devona Tyson, 2 overs, no maiden, 10 runs, 1 wicket, economy rate 5, no extras from her bowling. Amy Antoine, 2.3 overs, no maiden, 4 runs, 4 wickets, impressive figures, economy rate of 1.6, no extras from her bowling. And Avenel Leo, 2 overs, no maiden, 9 runs, 1 wicket, 4.5 the economy rate, 1 wide and 4 wides. So that's the tale of the Jamaican innings being bowled out for 82. The top scorer being Shashane Ricketts, 23. The next best coming from the bat of Ashanti Guthrie, 14. Extras, 24. The best bowler in terms of wickets for the Windward Islands, Amy Antoine, 4 for 4. She was backed up by Jada Tyrrell, 2 for 22. Gator Small, 1 for 29. Devona Tyson, 1 for 10. And Avenel Leo, 1 for 9. So the Windward Islands will have to score 82 to win this game. Jamaica being bowled out for 81 in 13.3 overs. We'll take a break and be right back in 15 minutes. Welcome back to the coolest cricket ground in Antigua for the reply of the Windward Islands against Jamaica in the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship match. Jamaica being bowled out for 81 in 13.3 overs. The Windward Islands having the task of scoring 82 to win the second match on the trot in this tournament. The Windwards defeating Guyana in their previous game here on Wednesday. The Jamaicans in their last outing went on to Barbados. And later on this afternoon at 2 p.m., Barbados, the defending champions, will up against the outright leader, Trinidad and Tobago. A prelude to Saturday's final because both teams are at the top of the standings. Barbados with 3 wins and 1 draw. No. So the Veja Brown with the first delivery, she misses a run, so she's going to do it again. The opening batters for the Windward Islands, Daisy Woods and Kyla Jeffrey. Normally it would be Jada Tyrrell who would open. Change. We speak to that. This delivery is driven with the outer face of the bat and going into the onside. I was making the point that Jada Tyrrell is normally the opening bat. Trusting Kayla Jeffrey with the opening position. She gets off the mark. The Windwards are off the mark as well. It's going to be an interesting passage of play in my reckoning. If overs or even in the first over, they will feel confident that they can defend the 81 runs they would have made. But it's still to play for. And as I've been saying, let the cricket play. Let's watch it. So, a third match. Leg, that's the field for Brown, and for this delivery, a shot for a leg before decision. I think it's Emma Joseph, is she? And she's bowled. The Devasia Brown has struck right too early for the Jamaicans. Kayla Jeffrey being bowled. Faced. So it was Daisy Woods who got the first run for the winner. That and just as I maybe indicated, really getting that one on target. And Kayla Jeffrey not distinguishing herself, being bowled by a full pitch delivery by Devasia Brown, brings the captain Kayla George to the crease. And she played a good hand in the last game for the Windward Islands when they had lost 5 wickets quite cheaply. She faces her first delivery, Kayla George, and Brown missing her run up. Very slimly built is Devasia Brown, but she gets back to her mark very quickly and she runs up to the stumps even quicker. George settles. Brown is off in a flyer. And this delivery, there's a chance of a leg before decision, and there goes the jetted finger of umpire. I was saying that if Jamaica were able to get a wicket or two in the first 2 or 3 overs, well, they got them in the first two. And they're certainly going. Are 2 wickets down, only 1 run on the board, and the star player, Jada Tyrrell, comes to the wicket rather belatedly because she's normally the opener, but nonetheless, she's out there in the first over. So maybe the ploy of keeping her back at number 4 hasn't worked. Interesting situation here at the coldest cricket ground in Antigua in this CWI Rising Stars Women's Under 19 match. Jamaica and Devasia Brown with 2 wickets in 2 balls is on a hat trick. What will happen here? So they're just making a slight adjustment to the field. The third man has come up into the field. She's asking the player who has gone out to the extra cover boundary to come into the 30-yard circle. There's a third man. Sorry, there's a fine leg. So let's give you the field. 2 slips, a point, a cover, a mid-off, mid-on, straightish mid-wicket, a square leg, a hat trick. Not ready, says Jada Tyrrell, and Brown has to come again. Or was it Brown who deliberately missed their run to put pressure on Tyrrell? Can Brown take with this third delivery? And this one, Tyrrell is showing why she should be the opening batter, coming easily forward and playing it into the offside, averting the hat trick. So sometimes you try something, it may work, but on this occasion, the Windwards opting to bring Jada Tyrrell at number 4 didn't work. 2 wickets going down. First, Kayla Jeffrey for no score, and next ball captain Kayla George, no score, and Jada Tyrrell averting the hat trick and showing that she is the better of the batters in the Windward Islands team. At the end of 1, the Windward Islands tracing 82 for victory, 2 for 1. So it's going to be Shashane Ricketts, who is going to bowl the second over. She was just making a warm-up run-up. And Daisy Woods, who normally opens with Jada Tyrrell, finds that her usual opening partner, Tyrrell, is at the crease with her, but 2 wickets are down. They would normally open the batting. So I'm trying to understand the thinking in the Windward Islands team camp, because certainly this Jamaican team is a better bowling attack than the Guyana team. right on this occasion. Ricketts to Woods, and Woods is beaten outside of off stump. And we're 10:42 in the morning, and we are more than halfway through this match already. This one is pulled around. Misfield, they will give the batters a chance to come for a second run. I don't think Adina Bar will be too pleased with that fielding effort. And 2 runs to Daisy Woods. She moves up to 3. You score 3 for 2. And straight away, Boys making an adjustment in the field. The fielder who was guilty of that misfield is being pulled from the back with a square boundary into extra cover on the circle, 30-yard circle. She's going a little bit more squarer. As Ricketts bowled her third delivery down the onside and pulled away. And straight away, the fielder who was switched from extra cover square comes into the picture. Brings Tyrrell on to strike, 4 for 2, Windward Islands. Tyrrell will have to play a good hand for the Windwards if they're going to overhaul their target. They still need 78 from 111 balls. So they still have it in their favor. The only thing is that they have lost 2 wickets, the Windwards. As Ricketts to Tyrrell, and beating Tyrrell with that leg spinner outside of our have good turn, but their control may not be as immaculate as we saw on that occasion from Ricketts. And this is padded down or batted down into the ground around the corner on the onside by Tyrrell. She gets off the mark. And I believe by the start of the second game, I will have my 20 or 25 players, as I've been calling for, selected for this training camp after this tournament. Beating outside the off stumps. Shane Ricketts is really bowling a blinder one over here. She might have maybe overpitched on 2 occasions, but only conceding 4 runs and beating the bat on at least 2 occasions, showing that she's definitely adept to her leg spin bowling. At the end of 2, Windward Islands tracing 82 for victory, 5 for 2. It's going to be Brown, who had the chance of taking a wicket after taking 2 wickets in successive deliveries to continue. Good shot there by Jada Tyrrell, getting a single. The Windwards in a spot of bother. 6 for 2 in the third over. Chasing 82 for victory. Several vehicles going in the distance as Brown moves in from the far end. Woods is playing with an open face of the bat, or straight face of the bat, back to the bowler. We'll try to give you an update from the other game, being played over in Liberta. Wide of off stump and stayed away. This is a good shot by Woods and a misfield. Will they come for the second run? No, they decided not to. And a single taking the score up to 7 for 2. So I was saying there's another match currently being played. It started at 10 between the Windward Islands and Guyana over at Ball Beef in Liberta. Let's see if we can get you a score there. But let's watch Brown. And off the back foot, but straight to the field at short mid wicket. And is that Captain Ball? No. All the hat. And Boy is one of them, the captain. She's actually at mid on. She's fielding now. It's Guthrie, who resembles Ball, who was at player who I'm trying to identify who is at a straightish mid wicket. So Jamaica with a slight edge. End of over number 3. The Windward Island 7-4-2. So looking at the scorecard over at Ball Beef in Liberta, Guyana batting first. They are 45 for 3. They won the toss and elected to bat first, 45 for 3. After 9 overs, we'll run down the scoreboard for you during this over being bowled by Shashane Ricketts. Woods is the batter. Short delivery. Played in the air, but away from the fielder. Samara Hall. Hall, Guthrie, and Baugh have that resemblance, similar resemblance. Ricketts. This one is off the outside edge. Brown with field at short third man. For Guyana, Fraser, caught Weeks ball the Sant 19. Alia Henry, leg before to Smitten for 13. Brianna Samuro caught Weeks ball the Sant for 1. Kiana Leach not out 1. Sarah Behir not out 5. Guyana 49 for 3 of 9.3 overs. So far, Weeks none for 3. Ligana Warner none for 70. Cladies Dasant 2 for 9. This one is played into the offside. This match between the Guyana and Windwards. Jamaica playing here. Jamaica has 2 wins. And this one is pulled down nicely by Daisy Woods. They'll come back for the second run. That one was just floated on about middle and leg. And Daisy Woods timing it well and pulling it down for 2 good looking ones out to the backward of square. Ricketts with the last ball of this over. In the air, a chance for a catch. It was low, maybe about ankle height, and should have really been taken there. The Samara Hall not getting down sufficiently enough to really hold on to that chance being offered from the bat of Daisy Woods, and Jamaica missing the chance. The Windward, sorry, on 10 for 2 at the end of the third over. Brown will continue. Woods driving back to the bowler. Guyana not scoring at a bad rate, almost 5 runs and over, but they've lost 3 wickets. But here at Coolidge, the Windward's 10 for 2. They need to get another 72 runs in 94 balls. Wide of off stump and signal wide. As Brown will want to make amends for that delivery. This one is better lined. The Jamaicans feel they have a chance. It's very enthusiastic cricketer is Guthrie. No run yet off the bat in this over, just one wide. 4 legitimate deliveries are being delivered. One wide. By being bowled by Brown. This one, Woods is driving. Straight to Plummer. At point. Third man, cover. Short extra cover. Wide and a long leg. Missing a run is Devasia Brown. Not for the second or third time in the inning so far. This delivery is almost dead on Miller Stumple. The batters explored the possibility of a single, but good fielding by Captain Baugh, moving smartly to her left at wideish mid-on and preventing the batters from taking a single. At the end of the 5th over, the Windward Islands, 11 for 2. Wickets will continue to Tyrrell. Tyrrell is beaten. Good delivery. Oh, another good delivery there. That one was even straighter. This is good bowling from Tyrrell is to the measure of this one. So good cricket all round. Tyrrell beaten twice. This one, she got to the pitch of it, smothering the spin and playing it in the offside. She looks technically correct in Tyrrell. Ricketts. This one on the onside. They're hustling through for a quick single, and they will get it because the wicketkeeper didn't gather keenly. Nekoya Green, the Jamaican wicketkeeper. It was a bye, not a run, the previous delivery. Ricketts again. Oh, what a delivery there. Beating Sarah Woods and brings up the end of the over. Another fine over by Shashane Ricketts. None for 7 from 3. Devasia Brown 2 for 4 from her 3 overs. At the end of the first power play, the Windward Islands 12 for 2. Back here at Coolidge, but over at Ball Beef, Guyana 59 for 3. Scoring rate hovering around 5 runs and over. The not out batters for Guyana: Leach 2, Bahia 11. We're just monitoring the game for the interest of our viewers and listeners. But we're here at Coolidge. It's the Windward Islands trying to chase down 82 for victory, 12 for 2. This is over number 7. Brown is bowling her 4th and last over. So far, 2 wickets for 4 runs. And how well she has bowled for her team. She was actually on a hat-trick when she got the 2 wickets with consecutive deliveries. There will be runs here for the Windward Islands because this is played into the onside. And the ball going past the attempt by Guthrie to field it. 2 runs for Jada Tyrrell. Takes the score up to 14. Win over number 7. Just a hold up in play as some field adjustments are being made. Guthrie is coming even straighter at mid wicket after that shot was played. The previous shot was played into that full pitch delivery, and that one, how that delivery did not bowl Jada Tyrrell. Under the laws of gravity, can explain that one. A bye. Sorry. So Tyrrell lives to fight another day. Woods comes in to strike. One more delivery from the strike golden with this delivery. Well defended here by Daisy Woods. Brings up the end of over number 7. The Windward Islands 15 for 2, chasing 82 for victory. Shashane wickets will continue. This will be her 4th and last over. Wickets. This one is hit in the air, over the infield fielders and away from the long off fielder, down to the boundary for 4. Good shot there by Jada Tyrrell, and deliberately so. Takes the score up to 19. She's getting a lot of encouragement from her teammates in the dressing room, the Windward Islands dressing room. Ricketts just spoiling her figures slightly with that delivery, which was shot advantage by Tyrrell. Tyrrell again angling this one into the offside. So there's a short third man, a point, a cover, short is extra cover, long off, mid on, straightish mid wicket, wide mid wicket, and a deep backward square, and also on the boundary, the field for Shashane wickets. To Tyrrell, here she is. And Tyrrell is coming respectfully forward. 2 delivers to go, indicated by umpire Kareem Tate. Wickets to Tyrrell, and Tyrrell is playing with an angled bat into the offside. Plummer comes to her right from point to field. Last ball of her spell by Ricketts. Flighted delivery played respectfully by Tyrrell. Brings up the end of over number 8. The Windward Islands 19 for 2, chasing 82 for victory. The latest position here at Coolidge and over at Ball Beef. If we can just refresh the scoreboard to make sure that we'll give you the accurate scorecard. Still saying 59 for 3, but I reckon that our electronic scoreboard from Ball Beef needs to be updated, but it's saying 59 for 3. Guyana batting against the Leeward Islands in the 13th over. I like Plummer too now. This bowler, I like us. We're back here at Coolidge. A bowling change, predictably, because Brown had bowled her 4 overs. Brianna Plummer, the tall left-arm spinner in the Jamaica team, is into the attack. Captain Ball, setting her field. Very meticulous she is. So we have a short third man inside the circle. Ball is at point. Cover. Short extra cover. Long on, long off. Straightish mid-wicket on the boundary. This one is played straight back to the bowler. And she's out caught. Daisy Woods maybe just being beaten slightly with a slow delivery. She was facing the deliveries of Brown coming from the playing for a cricket delivery as she would have been accustomed to at the start of the innings when she was facing Devasia Brown from the far end, and Plummer just dropped this one in a little bit slower than maybe Daisy would have anticipated, and there she was going into the shot early and giving the bowler a simple return catch, which may be playing it into the onside and giving the bowler Brianna Plummer a simple return catch. The Windward Islands have declined to 19 for 3 in over number 9. So we see the Trinidad and Tobago team arriving here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, just in their traditional red and black outfits, tracksuits, some in tracksuits, some in shorts, but unmistakably the Trinidad and Tobago team. No doubt the Barbados team will arrive shortly in their blue and yellow. Green against the Windward Islands, who are in all green. Just slightly on top at this time. Windward's 19 for 3. They need another 63 runs from 71 balls. It's in the Windward's favor, but I think Jamaica holding a slight advantage at this time. Guyana 66 for 4 against the Leeward Islands over at Ball Beef in Liberta after 13 overs. This one, a shot for leg before wicket, and she goes. Giving out. The new batter, Michaela Adams, only facing 2 deliveries. So Brianna Adams has struck again in this over, her second wicket in 3 balls. Michaela Adams going across her stumps and being struck in front of, in the opinion of umpire man. And maybe on another day, another umpire would have said that one was going down onside, but umpire Laurie deciding that was good enough to hit leg stump and giving the verdict in favor of the Jamaican left arm spinner, Brianna Plummer. So the Leewards losing another 2 wickets in 1 over. Devona Tyson comes to the crease. She would want to give support to Tyrrell, who is on 8 from 22 balls. As the field changes over for the left-hander in Tyson, Plummer. This one is wide and beating the wicketkeeper. Green is going close to the boundary. Brown will stop it just inside the ropes. They're coming back for the second, which would be buys, I believe. Wide, signaled by umpire Melissa Laurie. The field, the umpire Kareem Tate might have been napping, not realizing that there's a left-handed batter. He's going over now to the regulation square leg position. This one she's hitting in the air for a little while, but away from Guthrie, of all people, not fielding keenly. They're coming back for, is it a second round? There's a chance, 2 attempts for a run out there. had the bowler gathered, she would have had a chance to throw at the striker's end, or the wicketkeeper's end, where Tyson was struggling to get back. And then when the overthrow was backed up, but the fielder was not thinking quickly enough to get it to the wicketkeeper. Another wide being served up by Plummer. So 2 runs were had in that previous delivery. Plummer already taken 2 wickets in her first and the 9th over of the innings. But she has bowled 3 wide so far. Again in the air by Tyson. And I don't want to say who that fielder was who misfield. I want to get the number to be certain. But I know Adina Bard, the Jamaican captain, is remonstrating with her two fielders in the offside. One would be Samara Hall, number 76, and the other one would have been Godfrey. Number 29. So Plummer has 1 delivery to bowl to Jada Tyrrell, who stands between victory for the Windward Islands. If she can bat through to the 20 overs, in my estimation. That brings up the end of over number 9. The Windward Islands 26 for 4. So Captain Ba has taken the ball. She's going to bowl the 10th over. She's setting her field. Tyson, the batter, left-handed. So Boy's not happy with her field. She was actually into her stride when she decided to stop. So she's sending Hall to a widish backward of on the ropes. And there's the third fielder outside of the 30-yard circle is Nevia Webley. There's a straightish mid-wicket. And 5 fielders on the offside. Bar with a second delivery. Nice shot there from Tyson, but won't get a run. This one is eased down the onside. 3 fielders converge onto it. Trusty and Ricketts, 35, fielding. Ball again to Tyson. There's a chance of a run out here. That was a poor throw on the part of Plummer. Had she got it back to Barr, the bowler, I think Tyrrell, or is it Tyson, would have been short of her ground. It was Tyson who was playing it into the outside. Tyrrell took off with a single. Tyson was late in accepting the call for a single, and the throw from Plummer after she fielded went wide of the stumps. As we see Guthrie making that long run from that, or is it Shamara Hall? She's making that long run. Guthrie it is. Making that long run from her previous position for the left-hander on the backward square boundary. Bar, and Tyrrell is getting that one off the outside edge of the bat. They explored the possibility of single. It wasn't taken, and after 10 overs, the Windward Islands chasing 82 for victory, 27 for 4. We'll have a refreshment break for the players on the field and also for me in the commentary box. And we just update you with what's happening over at Ball Beef in Liberta. So we're back here live at the Kurdish Cricket Ground in Antigua, next door to the VC Bird International Airport. It's an intriguing contest being played in the middle between the Windward Islands, who are chasing 82 for victory. They're 27 for 4. Jamaica hold have the overs have been completed already, and the Windwards are not even 50 runs on the board, not even 5 runs on over. 2.7 is the run rate. So coming from around the wicket, Will, who is the trump card in the Windward's batting lineup, she's still there, 8 from 24. Her presence will mean a lot for the Windwards. Wibbly to Tyson, and this one is coming off the edge of the bat, going down to fine leg. Tony and Trusty. Windwards are going to get close to their target. Guyana 82 for 6 against the Leeward Islands. 4 overs remaining in the Guyana innings. But that's a nice total so far for the Guyanese. Webley to Tyrrell. This one down the onside and beating the wicketkeeper. I think buys will be the signal. A misfield will allow the batters to come for a second round. Brown guilty of misfielding. And she's shaking her head. She's not happy with herself. Leg by signal by umpire Melissa Lowry at the far end. So far, Fraser 19, Aldia Henry 13, Samaru 1, Leach 9, Bahia 11, Stevens 6, Mans 3, the batters for Guyana. But more interestingly, and disappointingly for the Leewards, they have conceded 20 extras. This is a delivery played back forcefully to the bowler by Tyrrell. So you look at the Guyana scorecard, the Leewards have total will be 62 for 6. Good fielding by Captain Barr at shortish, wideish mid-on. Brings up the end of over number 11. The Windward Islands 30 for 4. So, Brenna Plummer, she has actually switched ends. So, she should have really pointed out that Plummer had bowled the previous over from the far end before the over that was delivered by Webley at the far end, and she has now Plummer switched around to the commentary box end on the southern side of the ground. Seems to probably have better control, bowling slightly up the hill. The left armer to the left-handed batter, and she's bowled. So she has struck again. She got 2 wickets in her previous over from the far end, and this occasion now she has bowled Devona Tyson, who is remonstrating with herself for playing a disappointing So the new batter for the Windward Islands is at the crease. Plummer still has another 3 deliveries to go. Jada Tyrrell is assisting her teammate with marking her crease so she can settle into her batting stance. Another left-hander for the Windwards. Morgan Octave, and she's pulling this one around in the yes, and she's coming down for a single which is not there. She was sent back by Tyrrell, and rightly so. Trusty, the fielder, at short mid-wicket. Plummer. And another wicket for Plummer because Octave is bowled. Well, she had difficulty in marking her guard, and she was assisted by Tyrrell. The first delivery she faced from Plummer was played in the air, and the second one she didn't pick up the line nor the length, and she was bowled for no score, 2 balls, and she's back in the pavilion. The Windwards continued their slide. They're 32 for 6 in the 12th over. The Jamaicans celebrating that one because they know this wicket will. As both umpires had a little conference, and the Jamaicans certainly feel now that they have it in their hands. The Windward still need 50 runs in 49 balls. But as Gator Small comes to the crease to join Jada Tyrrell, Tyrrell will certainly have to take the responsibility of farming the bowling. She has to take most of the strike because beyond her, I don't think many of the Windward Islands batters have the competence and the capability that Tyrrell has to give their team a chance of victory. Plummer, can she get another wicket in this over? She has taken 2. Small is dabbing that one down, brings up the end of over number 12. Windward Islands in serious trouble. 32 for 6, chasing 82 for victory, needing another 50 runs from 48 balls. Webley will continue from the far end. And Tyrrell, who is much is dependent on her, will certainly have to take up the gauntlet now. She can't shirk the responsibility that it has been trusted on her shoulder. She did well with the ball when Jamaica batted. Now she has to do it with the bat. She's going to pull her team to that magical top. Is the bowler. And she's sweeping this one down to long leg. And she was looking for a second run, but it certainly wasn't there. On this occasion, Brown fielded correctly. In her guard as she settles into her stance. And she's driving and beaten outside of off stump. Wicket broken by wicketkeeper Green as umpire Tate running off his heel. Gets quickly to the stumps to make the necessary adjustments, and he goes back to square leg. Down the onside, and an attempted swivel around the corner by Small. For a moment, I thought that was going to be called a wide, but umpire Laurie thinks that it pitched in the correct slot. Small settles. And she's getting this one on the onside. They're going through for a quick single. Oh, had that hit the stumps, it would have been the end of Small. Captain at Dinah Bar trying to hit the stumps directly, but the bowler in Webley not getting to the stumps to back up the throw or to take the throw, and that clear run out chance was averted as the ball went past the bowler Webley as she attempted to divert it. And this is down the onside, beating the wicketkeeper. It will run down to fine leg and can't stop there by the valiant effort of Devasia Brown. Goes for 4, and 4 buys, I would want to believe, signaled by the umpire. It's 4 runs, so it actually came off the bat. So Tyrrell will go into double figure. She's on to 13. Just go up to 38 for 6. Guyana 89 for 8 against the Windward Islands over at Ball Beef. 2 more overs to be bowled in the Guyana innings. 23 extras conceded by the Leeward Islands. Top scorer with the bat is 19 by Jada Fraser for Guyana. 2 for Weeks. This one is hit into the offside and they scamper through for a quick single. So Jada Tyrrell is telling Gator Small, if you're going to be out here, you got to be running quickly. Brings up the end of over number 13. The Windward Islands 39 for 6. So Plummer will continue. Brianna Plummer, 4 for 9 off 2 overs. What impressive figures those are. Jada Tyrrell, can she bat her team to victory? The Windwards. The Jamaicans will have other ideas. As Plummer gets ready to start her third over. Wide of off stump and signal wide by umpire Tate. That's one. It's also wide of off stump, but Tyrrell getting back onto it and uncharacteristic misfield there by captain Adina Barr, giving away 3 extra runs, 4 runs to Tyrrell. So 5 runs off the first 2 deliveries, 1 a wide and 4. Barr not getting down sufficiently enough, and the ball going through her hands and feet for 4 runs. She's now gone back on the long off boundary. And Tyrrell is hitting that one powerfully. But this time she picks out Hall. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery there from Plummer. Beating Tyrrell outside of off stump. Not a good delivery. 2 good deliveries there from Plummer. Can Tyrrell get back onto this delivery? In the air over the head of Hall in that extra cover. And they're chancing a second run. And good running it turns out to be by Gator Small and Jada Tyrrell. 2 runs takes the score up to 46, I would want to think. Yes, 46 for 6. So the Windwards continue to inch up. Now, the Jamaican camp is telling Guthrie, Fed, come off the rope, come about 2/3 of the way. And there's another quick single taken, an overthrow will give them another chance of a single. That was not good throwing there by the Jamaican fielder. 2 runs for the Windward Islands total. At the end of over number 14, the Windwards 48 for 6, still needing 36 runs in 37 balls. So Webley will continue from the far end. This is her last over. Small is defending, and that's what she has to do. Defend and or get off strike, get a single. So Tyrrell square leg and mid wicket for a single, but Webley is attacking the off stump, and sensibly so. Guyana 95 for 9. 1 ball to go in the innings. 25 extras conceded by the Leeward Islands. 14 wides. 8 byes, 2 leg byes, and 1 no ball. This is pulled in the air, an easy catch. Dolly of a catch going to Captain Adina Barr in that short, straightish mid-wicket position. So the 7th wicket goes down for the Windward Islands. Small, trying to make Windward Islands. Gator Small caught off the bowling of caught by Barr off the bowling of Webley for 1. The Windward Islands 48 for 7, and they still need another 34 runs. And Tyrrell, back up the bat as it spooned in the air, and Barr was well placed to hold that easy catch. Amy Antwine comes to the crease. She takes her guard and gets ready to face her first delivery. Of her 4th and last over. And she's out bowled. Straight as you like by Webley. And she's on a hat. Of Antwine, and the Windwards almost giving up the ghost. 48 for 8. If it's one thing you can say is that the Windwards do have a good bowling attack, but beyond number 4, their batting is not competent enough to chase down a target. Maybe that's the reason why they'd asked Jada Tyrrell to come in at number 4. But that ploy backfired, and backfired badly, because they lost 2 wickets in the first over being bowled. That was bowled by Devasia Brown. Plummer got into the act, taking 2 wickets as well. And now we see Webley. The Leeward Islands will have 98 to win. Here's Webley on the hat trick, and that one is outside of off stump and going through to the wicketkeeper. 1 delivery remain in this, the 15th over. So we're all getting ready for the big clash between Barbados, the defending champions, and Trinidad and Tobago. The last match of the preliminary round, or the last match in the round of matches. This is the 5th round of matches in the tournament. But as we say, the game between Barbados and Trinidad is a prelude to tomorrow's final, because both will finish at the top of the table. And this delivery is played back down on the offside. End of over number 615, Windward Islands 48 for 8. This one is hit back down the ground over the head of the bowler. 1 run. They're coming back for the 2nd run. There's a chance to run out. Can she get it onto the stump? Yes, she did. But the new batter in Emma Madison Joseph. So Tyrrell is taking the responsibility to get her team to that target. They're onto 50, the Windward, so that's an achievement in itself to get to 50. Plummer is bowling her last over. I was indicating that she had more than 2 wickets in the innings. She's actually taken 4 for 20. How will Tyrrell treat with her? This one, she's getting it off the outside edge of the bat and going for a quick run. They're coming back for a 2nd one. Is an overthrow, and there was Madison Joseph. She didn't make her ground before the ball was shy at the stump. Had it been a direct hit, she would have been out of her ground. But nonetheless, she made it. 2 more runs to the Windward's total, 52, 30 from 28 balls. It's a good equation, but they have lost too many wickets, the Windwards, and Tyrrell will have to take the responsibility of batting at least 99.9% of the deliveries. Beaten outside of off stump is Tyrrell, and through to the wicketkeeper. Plummer thought she had her another wicket there. She's looking for a fifer. Don't think there have been anyone with 5 wickets so far in the tournament. So she has a distinction. She would have the distinction of maybe getting 5 wickets if she can dislodge, if not Tyrrell, Madison Joseph. That one is wide of leg stump. Emma Madison Joseph. I like that name. It has a ring about it. Emma Madison. Wonder what her parents were thinking about when they decided to christen her Emma Madison. Joseph. Tyrrell is the batter. Plummer is the bowler. Short one, keeping low. She's putting it down. They're thinking about a single, but rightly decided against it. Already 4 runs in the over. You don't want to chance it and give an easy run out to the Jamaicans. You still have one more delivery. All they need to do is to get a single so you can come, so you'll be on strike. Tyrrell, that's what she should be thinking. Just getting it into the onside and getting a single between the umpire. And this one, she's hitting it flat and hard and gets a single though. And the correct technique. Maybe how she tried to maybe go across the line, could have maybe played it in the air. That brings up the end of over number 16. The Windward Islands 53 for 8. So with Tyrrell opting to get a little bit of refreshment because she was really running and hustling to complete 2 runs on 2 occasions in the last over, being bowled by Plummer. Webley is coming in for a 4th over. Tyrrell, who stands between victory for the Windward Islands or victory for Jamaica, gets a single of the first ball of the over, and there's a chance for a second one, and they get it quite easily in the end because the throwing coming in from, was it Guthrie, over the head of the bowler or through the hands of the bowler, and the batters saw an opportunity for an overthrow and they came through it quite quickly. Good thinking on their part. You can't blame them for being on their P's and Q's or on their toes, looking for any possibility of a single. So Tyrrell, 27 sheets from 42. That one is going past the wicketkeeper, maybe an outside edge or by signaled by umpire Laurie. So no bat onto it. 3 ones already from this over. 56 for 8. 27 runs and 23 balls. The equation is in favor of Jamaica. Joseph can maybe eke out a single here and put back Tyrrell on strike. Could be an interesting situation in this over. This one is again beating the wicketkeeper Green, and Tyrrell is through like Usain Bolt for a single. Should really be using the name Usain Bolt in reference to the Jamaicans, but I must say Tyrrell is running quickly between the wickets. Facing Webley, and she's down the track and hitting this one through the covers for 4. What I'm saying, 4 even before the ball gets into the boundary, and it does. That was certainly a, a brilliant shot by Tyrrell, coming down the track and meeting it somewhat on the half volley and hitting it through cover and extra cover for 4 good-looking runs. That will do her confidence a world of good if she's not. So 3 fielders outside the circle, extra cover on the deep extra cover, a third man along on, and this is played into the offside, a single. So the Windwards are going down with a fight. Tyrrell, she moves up to 33. Brings back Emma Madison Joseph on strike. And how this match is turning into a little exciting contest. We all love to see an exciting contest, don't we? But can the Windwards maintain it? Emma Madison, Backcliff, Wibley, and she's getting bat onto it, not sufficiently as much as she would have wanted. 8-9 runs from this over. At the end of it, the Windward Islands 62 for 8. So Captain Barr has taken the ball. She must at some stage, and this is a chance of a catch and not well judged and going through the hands of the fielder. It looks to be Shashane Ricketts. Yes, that's her, number 35. Ricketts not coming across sufficiently to her left. That was hit powerfully in the air, but it was at a catchable height. And 4 runs to Tyrrell takes her on to 38. The score to 66 for 8, the Windwards. They're tracing 82 for victory. Ball to Tyrrell, and Tyrrell is hitting this one flat back down to long on. She scampers a single along with Emma Madison Joseph. I know these cricketers are too young to know about what we call a tanti-murder fear. It was back in Trinidad in the mid-1970s when the Leewards and Windwards were the combined islands. They had a tense finish against Trinidad and Tobago. This one is in the air. Can she take the catch? No, she can't, because the ball is dropping in front of Brianna Plummer, and scampering through for single is none other than Jada Tyrrell. 14 runs from 15 balls. It's all. Captain Bart to Tyrrell, and she's driving flat back along the track. The captain feels to her own bowling. The heart rates are pumping. The adrenaline is pumping. Looking to my left, the Barbados team is here. They're looking at the excitement unfold in the middle. Her over so far. And Tyrrell is driving and getting it out to the offside. She gets a single to short third man. This is Boss' second over. She conceded 7 runs from her first. She has conceded 7 so far. In to Emma Madison, who is hitting that one into the ground, brings up the end of this over from Ball. Second over. 7 runs conceded. This was a good over for the Windwards. 69 for 8. As we have a shot of the Barbados team just making their way over to the right-hand side of the ground where they will occupy the dressing room that is already occupied by the Jamaican team. So they will be up against Trinidad and Tobago at 2 p.m. It's just 4 minutes after 12 here in St. John's, Antigua, or more precisely at Coolidge in Antigua, next door to the V.C. Bird International Airport. The Windwards are 69 for 8. They need 13 runs in 12 balls. It's doable. Is it gettable? That's the question. No doubt the Barbados players will be making their way to the Sticky Wicket restaurant for their lunch, if I'm reading the situation correctly. Jada Tyrrell, who is on 40 from 50 balls. I believe this is a high score of the tournament. I don't have the benefit of the stats. She's on strike. Mara Hall. Leg. Hall, first delivery is a full toss and hit as, if not all, depends on Tyrrell for the Windward Islands. Hall, one going down the onside, and they're going to scamper. She's sent back. There's a chance of a run out, hits the stump. Has she made it? What is the umpire decided? Ball is the man. The non-striker in Emma Madison Joseph had made her ground when she was sent back, and correctly so, by Jada Tyrrell. So much excitement, so much tension. Jamaica wants to win this game so they can maybe finish in third place and play the third place match. Windwards were to win, they too will go on to 4 points. And there is the key wicket, Captain Ball taking the catch. Ball pitched probably on middle and leg, and Jada Tyrrell coming down the track, playing the on drive, but straight into the hands of Captain Ball, who was precisely placed in that short, wideish mid-wicket position, and the catch taken. So Hall, with the golden arm, taking the wicket of Jada Tyrrell, caught by or a well-played 40, and probably had she opened the innings and was able to dictate from ball 1, it would have been a different situation for the Windward Islands. But she stayed there for 52 balls. She got 40, 5 fours, well played. But in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough. Or as they say, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be enough. Out comes the last batter for the Windward Islands. And Jamaica just a wicket away, as that one going down the onside. She got some bat onto it, and they Scampering through for a quick single. Emma Madison Joseph comes in to strike. Leo is the last batter for the Windward Islands. This one is wide of off stump. She's hitting it back in Emma Madison Joseph to the bowler. Leo was off the mark right away. So the Windward's on 70 for 9. They need 11 runs. She got bat onto it. They're going to go quickly for the single. Is it a good throw in? And she's run out. Yes. The Jamaicans are celebrating wildly. So that was a very effective over by Samara Hall. She got the key wicket of Jada Tewell for 40. Jamaica winning by 11 runs. So let's look at the Windward Islands scorecard as the end of game pleasantries will be carried out as we run down the scoreboard. Daisy Woods caught and bowled Brianna Plummer for 8. Kyla Jeffrey bowled by Devasia Brown for no score. Kayla Hodge next ball was bowled leg before wicket to Brown. Brown taking 2 wickets in 2 balls there. Jada Tyrrell coming at number 4 as opposed to a customary opening position. Ninth out, caught Bar Bowl Hall for 40. Michaela Adams leg before Plummer for no score, and Plummer taking another wicket with another 2 wickets in 2 balls. Morgan Octave Bowl for no score. Gator Small tried to stick around with Tyrrell, but she was eventually caught by Bowl Webley for 1. Amy Antwine bowled by Webley for no score. Emma Madison Joseph tried her best to stay with Tyrrell to the end. She was not out on 2. Avinell Leo run out for 1. Extras 11, buys 3, leg buys 2, wides 6, no balls, and 11 extras. And the total Windward Islands 79 all out in 18.5 overs. 1 for 1 Jeffrey, 2 for 11 George. That was in the first over. 3 for 19 Woods in the 9th over. 4 for 19 Adams. That also was in the 9th over. 5 for 32 Tyson. 6 for 32 Octave. Both wickets in successive deliveries in the 12th over. 7 for 48 Small. 8 for 48 Antwine. 9 for 69. For coverage of that game, or 10 minutes to 2 o'clock when we have the pre-game rights. And until then, Colin James saying, see you